Imagine you are a grade 3 teacher. This is your classroom. In September it becomes filled with 20 new students. They are unique, and in a short time you come to know them as individuals. Importantly, you come to learn their individual strengths. The theory of multiple intelligences postulates that there are many different ways to be smart. You soon see which are your students' strongest intelligences. Of course, no person is smart in just one way. We each have a complex blend of intelligences. Take Alistair. With the average level of intelligence for a student his age shown in yellow, we see that Alistair is highly intelligent linguistically, but underdeveloped in mathematical and musical thinking. Ben, by contrast, struggles with verbal language, but has high inter- and intrapersonal intelligence. For each of the intelligences, or if you prefer thinking curricularly, for each academic subject, a classroom of 20 students shows a spectrum of performance. Assessing for mathematical reasons specifically, you can find that half of your students are average. They are somewhat challenged by the concepts you present, but persevere. 4 of the students have mathematical aptitudes such that they only persevere with extra effort from you and from them. 3 of the students are able to succeed on the work you assign almost effortlessly. They are math intelligent. Ben and Isaac have extreme difficulty with mathematical thinking. Their lack of mathematical intelligence is considered a disability. And then there's Mara. When it comes to mathematics, Mara is a genius. Genius in childhood can be pretty amazing. Just take a look at this.
I was 7 years old when I published my book, and I'm 10 years old now. This was cultivated by my mom and dad. My dad always read to me and my sister when we were too young to read ourselves, and he read not just the books that were our grade level, but he read the books that interested him, so we were interested in them as well, and books that might be considered slightly advanced. But I thought that everybody in the world really loved reading, because to me it was a game.
What number is that?
814.
Okay, what if I put this one right here?
8,147.
Hey Lily, where is Brazil?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there it is. Where's the USA? There it is. Where is Russia?
Russia.
Where's Russia?
Russia.
Yep, where's Russia?
So that was how it really began, and then I started writing when I was 4, just longhand, and I really enjoyed it. It was sort of a novelty, but I wasn't that serious about it until I turned 6. And then I received my laptop, and I wrote so furiously that sometimes I wouldn't want to come to dinner.
And now?
8,147,933.
Where's Taiwan?
Yay, Lily.
Yeah, where's South Korea?
Oh, good girl. We haven't done that one forever.
Where's Turkey? Yay!
Hey Lily, where's Turkey?
Turkey.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Oh, good girl. Where are the Philippines?
Philippines.
I read about 2 to 3 books a day, and so that would be, I think that's relatively fast for some people, but yes, to me the real value is what is inside the book and not how fast I read it.
economic modalities, especially in the southern colonies, could most aptly be characterized as agrarian pre-capital.
All right, of course that's your
Hang on a
contention.
second.
You're a first-year grad student. You just got finished reading some Marxian historian, Pete Garrison probably. You're going to be convinced of that till next month when you get to James Lemon. Then you're going to be talking about how the economies of Virginia and Pennsylvania were entrepreneurial and capitalist way back in 1740. That's going to last until next year. You're going to be in here regurgitating Gordon Wood, talking about, you know, the pre-revolutionary utopia and the capital-forming effects of military mobilization.
Well, have you studied organic chemistry?
A little bit.
Oh, just for fun?
Yeah, for kicks.
Yeah, it's so much fun studying organic chemistry. Are you mad? Are you mad? Are you mad? Are you mad?
But did you think of the possibility? That's right. Just take it home with you. Do you know how easy this is for me? Do you know how easy this is for me?
So let's return to Mara. How do you help a gifted student overcome any negative feelings they might have and embrace their uniqueness? And how do you help them learn? We must recognize giftedness as a condition that gives a student special needs, every bit as legitimate as the special needs of struggling children. Some students who excel in one of the multiple intelligences are average or above average in all subjects. Some have natural difficulties in one of the other modes of thinking, which they exacerbate by spending all of their time and energy focused on their natural interests.
You play the piano.
Yeah, but
All right, so when you look at a piano, you see Mozart.
I see chopsticks.
All right, well, Beethoven, okay? He looked at a piano, and it just made sense to him. He could just play.
So what are you saying? You play the piano?
No, not a lick. I mean, I look at a piano, I see a bunch of keys, 3 pedals, and a box of wood. But Beethoven, Mozart, they saw it, they could just play. I couldn't paint you a picture. I probably can't hit the ball out of Fenway. I can't play the piano.
But you can do my OChem paper in under an hour.
Right, well, I mean, when it came to stuff like that, I could always just play.
Assuming that Mara is the latter kind of genius, what is your prerogative as her teacher? Do you want to place your focus on improving her areas of weakness, or do you want to focus on her gift, helping her succeed to her full potential? The best approach, we think, is to build the natural abilities first, to build up confidence, to build up the rest.
I'd like to bring my math and science levels, the other topics levels, up to my writing level, or at least more up to, because right now they're not comparing with my writing levels.
No amount of teaching will make any student achieve genius in all of the multiple intelligences, but all students can become comfortable using their brain in different ways, while still celebrating their special gifts.
Gillian Lynne, have you heard of her? When she was at school, she was really hopeless. And the school in the 30s wrote to her parents and said, "We think Gillian has a learning disorder." She couldn't concentrate, she was fidgeting. I think now they'd say she had ADHD. Anyway, she went to see this, this specialist. So this oak-panelled room, and she was there with her mother, and she was led and sat on this chair at the end, and she sat on her hands for 20 minutes while this man talked to her mother about all the problems Gillian was having at school. In the end, the doctor went and sat next to Gillian and said, "Gillian, I've listened to all these things that your mother's told me. I need to speak to her privately." So he said, "Wait here, we'll be back. We won't be very long." And they went and left her. But as they went out the room, he turned on the radio that was sitting on his desk. And when they got out the room, he said to her mother, "Just stand and watch her." And the minute they left the room, she said she was on her feet, moving to the music. And they watched for a few minutes, and he turned to her mother, and he said, "You know, Mrs. Lynne, Gillian isn't sick. She's a dancer. Take her to a dance school." I said, "What happened?" He said, "She did. I can't tell you how wonderful it was. We walked in this room, and it was full of people like me. People who couldn't sit still. People who had to move to think. Who had to move to think. They did ballet, they did tap, they did jazz, they did modern, they did contemporary. She was eventually auditioned for the Royal Ballet School. She became a soloist. She had a wonderful career at the Royal Ballet. She eventually graduated from the Royal Ballet School, found her own company, the Gillian Lynne Dance Company, met Andrew Lloyd Webber. She's been responsible for some of the most successful musical theatre productions in history. She's given pleasure to millions, and she's a multi-millionaire. Somebody else might have put her on medication and told her to calm down.